Hey, it's Sasha from SpinTheBottleNY. Now, I'm here to talk about sweet wines today. I absolutely love these wines, but I know that for some people they can be a little bit tricky because they're not sure what to drink them with or when to drink them. So what I have here today are a few suggestions for you for some really nice ways to enjoy these wines. And the first thing about sweet wines is that you don't just have to have them for dessert. In fact, they can be delicious at the beginning of a meal. So one wine that works really well this way is Muscat, and Muscat is the name of the grape. I have a Greek one here, but you can find them from the United States and from France. And the French love to drink Muscat before a meal with little appetizers like I'm going to show you. So this is a nice thing to bust out for your favorite Francophile friend. And today I paired it with some prosciutto and just some roasted almonds here. And that's because the sweetness of this wine is really delicious with smoky and salty flavors. So I'm going to try right here and take a sip. That is delicious. And one other really great thing about Muscat is that this is a pretty reasonable wine. So this bottle is about 16 bucks. And considering that it's sweet, obviously, and a little higher in alcohol, a little of this goes a very long way. So you can easily serve 8 people with this bottle, no problem. So it's a much cheaper way to kind of do an appetizer hour than champagne, and it's delicious. So now we're going to look at some ways to enjoy sweet wines with dessert. Now, in general, I don't really like these wines with really big desserts like a cake or a pie or a tart. I just think it's too much. It's too overwhelming. But I think they're really good if you have just kind of a little assortment of little sweet things and snacks at the end of a meal. So the wine that we have right now, this is actually a Rive Salte, and this is from the Roussillon region in southern France, and it's made from the Grenache grape. And you can find dessert wines, sweet wines made from Grenache from France and from Spain. And another good option here is actually a ruby port from Portugal. And ruby ports are pretty inexpensive, so that's a good thing. That's a nice thing to pull out. So the first thing that I'm thinking about pairing it with here is actually blue cheese. So something like a Stilton or a Roquefort can be really, really nice with these wines because, again, you have that salty intensity of the cheese mashed with the sweet intensity of the wine. It works really, really well together. The other thing that I've chosen is, these are just little dark chocolate cookies. And believe it or not, chocolate and champagne don't work that well together. Champagne is dry, chocolate is sweet, and the two flavors really clash in kind of an unpleasant way. So these wines are a much better match for anything chocolate. So I encourage you to try something like I'm going to try, actually. Very good. To try a wine like this at the end of the meal. It's a really easy, kind of fun, sophisticated way to do dessert. Hope you guys experiment with sweet wines and try them out and tell me what you think. Cheers, guys.